I've been travelling Southeast Asia for about 12 months now. Previously, I've travelled all of Europe and all around the UK. I've done this over many years, and I've tried different types of travelling over and over again to see which one I like best. My name's Liam, and I want you to have the best travel experience when you go travelling or by yourself. First off, what exactly is cheap travel? So a lot of people think that it means cutting corners or roughing it, slumming it, but that's simply not true. Cheap travel is about being smart with your money and stretching your budget so that you can travel longer, better and more often. It's about finding value and not just the cheapest experience, but finding the best way to spend your money and get the most out of it. For me, cheap travel simply means to stretch your budget as far as you can without sacrificing safety, comfort or fun. All of those are priorities and they're really important. It's about making your money work harder for you so that you can spend it seeing more of the world. Now, first and foremost, let me clear up some common myths. Number one is that cheap travel doesn't mean low quality. I've stayed in some of the different places, some of the different countries where cheap travel to me meant that I could stay somewhere for less than a coffee. And I'm not talking about a UK or a US Starbucks at £9 or £10. I mean like a Vietnamese coffee where it's £1 or £2 or even £3 to stay. They were clean, comfortable and full of character, and I don't mean character like they're dilapidated. Number two is that it's not just for students or backpackers. Age is irrelevant. I'm 33 and I've met different people from all different walks of life, all different ages, all the way to retirees and all the way from students. It doesn't matter who you are or when you go. What's important is that you do go. For me, it's a mindset, not a label. And three, this is the most important, is that cheap travel doesn't mean unsafe. With a bit of research, and you should be doing your own research anyway, you can find cheap options that will keep you safe and comfortable, all at an affordable price. And wait, the best part is that cheap travel lets you do more. More trips, more experience, and more memories. And the best thing for me is that you won't have to come home stressing out, thinking about money or paying off a debt. For me, I've no intention of going home. I want to travel for the rest of my life. I don't want to have a debt or a stress hanging over it, ruining the experience. Plus, when you travel on a budget, this will often lead you to authentic experiences. For example, when I went to Trang, this is a middle of the country, city or village. You'll meet local people, you'll eat local food. I was the only tourist in the whole of the location of Trang. I spent quite a bit of time getting to know people and understanding what it really means to live in Trang. And we had an amazing place to stay, but because tourists don't frequent Trang, it's basically a city where people pass through. Because tourists don't frequent there, everything was super cheap and very affordable. You don't see this on TripAdvisor. So this is the real deal on cheap travel. It's about smart choices, not sacrifices. Next time, I'm going to talk about mindset and how you need to use that to make cheap travel work for you. If you've got any thoughts, comments, or observations about cheap travel, please drop them in the comments below, because every time you share, everybody else benefits from your value, and that'd be great. I love hearing from everyone, and I'll reply to every comment. Until I next speak to you, safe travels and enjoy every moment. Thanks for watching.